Life insurance, go to nbphealth.com. Tigers get healthy. How about 6 wins in a row? 2-1, they defeat the White Sox. They now lead Cleveland by a full 3 games in the Central. White Sox have dropped 8 in a row. Doug Fisher goes 8 impressive innings. He goes at 10-5. Joaquin Benoit the save. Austin Jackson homers, and Jose Iglesias drives it around with a single in his Detroit debut.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, no doubt about it. I mean, his first day, everything happened so quick too, and but I'm happy to be here.
Tonight, 7:08 p.m. the first pitch. Max Scherzer 15-1 takes him on against Chicago's John Danks 2-8 right here on the ticket. Cleveland fell to Miami 10-0. Even Kansas City lost. Monday appears to be the deadline for Alex Rodriguez and 13 others to accept suspensions due to their ties to Major League Baseball's biogenesis scandal. That will include Tiger All-Star shortstop Johnny Peralta. Reports are he could be facing a 50-game suspension this year. At the Bridgestone Invitational, Tiger Woods fires a 9 under par 61, matching his lowest competitive round ever. He's 13 under par through 36 holes, a whopping 7-shot lead over defending champion Keegan Bradley and Chris Wood. Last major Tiger won was June of 2008. And Greg Oden set to sign with the Miami Heat. He hasn't played in the NBA since 2009. At the Ticket Update Desk, I'm Jeff Lesson. For more, 97.1theticket.com.
The following is a paid program. Views expressed on this program are not necessarily those of CBS Radio, its sponsors, or affiliates.
Good morning. Welcome to the Hardcore Mortgage Real Estate Business Show, brought to you by Capital Mortgage Funding. I'm your host, Harvey Free. We got a whole panel here this morning, and welcome to our show, 248-539-9797. If you want to join us, it's 1 hour's worth of the Mortgage Show, again, brought to you by Capital Mortgage Funding at 1-800-LOW-RATE, the best mortgage banker. We're local, and we bring in this morning, other than Harry Glanz and Alex Nafusi, we got a builder in here.
What's up, my man?
Good morning to Tino Police out there at Big Sky Development. Good morning, Tino. Thanks for joining us. All right, we always welcome all the local builders on the show, so we're excited to have it because there's a lot of great new construction going on in town. We're going to talk about that along with refinancing, mortgage rates, and a whole bunch of things, strategies on how to buy a house. And if you want to get one of these unbelievable new constructions, Tino's going to have one of these. We're having a beautiful weekend going on, and we're going to have a special little offer if you want to go out there and check out his properties also.
We bring on a lot of realtors that are in the area, a lot of builders, and the fact of the matter is that the people that we bring on this show are a lot like us. We talk to consumers every day. We're down and dirty in the transactions. Tino Police is a guy who's been around a long time. He's in the community. He's coaching your kids in football. He's building houses. He's done it for years. And Tino, you and I met, I want to say last winter, one of my guys, Larry Frankowitz, who's been, again, a guy in the community for the last 35 years doing mortgages, brought you and I together, and we've done a lot of transactions together. And what struck me about you the first time I met you is that you're a worker, man. You get down and dirty. You're in it. You're on your job sites. You built many subdivisions, and
thank you.
That's what impressed me about you. You're a worker. You and I met on a Saturday afternoon.
Yep.
Okay, and people think that what, you own a company and you don't work? I mean, that doesn't work that way. He's got kids. So tell us a little bit about yourself. Give us your background. Tell us about the subdivisions you're building and what you got going.
Well, I've been building about 20 years. I think the biggest testament has been the last, say, 8 years. The recession, obviously, we're coming out of it now. And I think the biggest part of it is I stayed true to the new construction throughout that whole entire economic downturn. So with that coming out of it, a lot of loyalty built up with mortgage companies, trades, and lenders, and so forth. So
it's you hit the nail on the head, where you say you stayed true, to the new construction industry. And I think one of the things that frustrates us, as lenders sometimes is some of these people, when it's hot, they're
in, they're out, they're out,
and they're out. And you get some of the, and I'm not picking on realtors by any means, but you get some of these cats that they work at Whole Foods on Monday, they work at Saks Tuesday, they sell a house a quarter, and it's just when you get somebody that's really sticks to their guns, and they drive through it, they're going to be better at it. And Harry mentioned earlier, I don't give referrals. Very rarely do I do it. And if I give you a referral, it's because I deal with them personally. And the reason for that is that if you give someone a referral and it blows up, they hate you. It's your fault. Right. You might as well have done it personally. And if it works out well, it's great. So, I'm not a huge fan of that. But the people that we refer out, they're people that we're friends with. That we personally dealt with.
And we know what they're doing. Tell me about, in your subdivisions, you brought up the last 5, 6, 7 years, times were tough. What has changed from your perspective on how you have to go about doing business?
Well, I'd say the biggest part of it, and I think we hit it right on the head, is the fact that a lot of builders reverted to different things. You know, they went to additions, went to finishing basements, went to doing some different things, whereas staying right in it was the biggest part of it. So I would say in whole, that was the biggest thing, the fact that we stayed right with it the entire time period and built a lot of momentum coming out of it.
Yeah, and during the downtime, you weren't inactive. You were more active buying up other lots and subdivisions that people vacated, correct?
Yeah, we were buying up other developments and subdivisions and still building 6-7 custom homes per year continually through that whole entire period.
Which that might not seem like a lot to some people listening. You building 7 custom homes a year as a small to mid-sized builder in Michigan in the downtime. That's a lot of houses, man. That's a big deal.
I'm glad you guys brought that up. Custom homes, the 2 subdivisions we're featuring today, Silver Landings and the Hills of Tyrone. There's many lots available. You can get in, sit down with you. There's some special incentives out there, including your 10-year home warranty, which is pretty great.
Yeah, sure.
If you buy new, of course, there's nothing down the road that you have to repair right away. So, again, a lot of families out there with the shortage of homes considering new construction. We're going to get some traffic out there. Where's the Silver Landings? Give us a little bit about that in the Hills of Tyrone.
Silver Landings, basically, it's US 23 north, exit 78, which is Owen Road. Just head west about a half a mile, and you'll see Silver Landings right there. Also, Hills of Tyrone, same exit, Owen Road, and you just head east, right behind Fenton High School.
So that's where that is. That's US 23
I'm glad
north.
you jumped in,
US 23.
I'm Googling it right now.
Yeah, it's north of M59 and south of I-75. Okay, it's right in Livingston and Genesee County, kind of across right there where it all comes together.
The other thing, too, if I said that too fast, you can go right to my website, and there's maps. Website is bigskydev.com.
Of course, we'll give out all our numbers, 248-539-9797. If you want to join the show, we'll get your name and number, of course, and forward it on. Or if you want to go, if you're in the area today, it's such a great weekend out here. They're going to give some special incentives to go check it out. Again, 248-539-9797. We take all your calls about mortgages, refinancing. We brought in Tino Police, who's a builder out in the Fenton area, and Big Sky Development. They've done a lot of great things. And there's a lot of, like Alex said, the mid-sized builders out there that have hung in there and are building some great products now. And I'll tell you, it's still as easy to get a mortgage, whether you're getting financing up front or at the end of the transaction. Still very easy to get a mortgage. And we're going to talk all about mortgages also. Let's open the phones here. We've got Todd calling in from Clawson. Good morning, Todd. You're our first caller here this morning. Go ahead, sir.
How you doing?
Good. What's up,
Morning,
man?
Todd.
Good, thanks.
Good. So my question, I'm looking to try to get rid of my PMI on my loan, and I'm thinking I probably have a couple options. I didn't know if you guys have a recommendation.
Sure.
I have the money available to buy down the principal enough to knock it off. I owe about $147 on a $155 for the loan.
Okay.
But the values of the homes have gone up a little bit, and I think I don't know if it's a possibility to redo an appraisal on it and get it to appraise up higher. And
Todd, you definitely can, man. What part of Clawson are you in?
Like 14 in Rochester area.
Okay, yeah. And how many square feet's the house?
1,600.
So you mean I just did a deal right around there, and I think it came in right around 180,000, and it sounds like the house is pretty similar.
Yeah, that's what we're seeing houses about for that, and we've had a couple right on the street that's gone. I mean, they're the exact same house.
Which is great. And so here's what we should do. I think we can start a refinance transaction, see what the appraisal comes in at, and then we have a couple different options. Capital Mortgage Funding has a program where we can go up to 95% of the appraised value with no PMI. Okay. So, if it comes in, you want to pay the principal balance down, we can do that, or we can run the numbers both ways and see maybe just do the it's called lender paid mortgage insurance. But yeah, there's definitely options there, Todd, for sure.
Oh, it's perfect. That's I figure it's a good way to save a little money.
You got it, man. I'll call you after the show.
Thanks for the call again.
Thanks, Todd. You got it, man.
Reoccurring theme here in Southeast Michigan is our home values are starting to creep up. Of course, it's been I think the numbers were 18% in overall in the Detroit area from the last couple years.
Well, and as the summer goes on, with all the sales that are going on, all the pent-up demand for houses, the lack of inventory, the appraised values are starting to go up. They haven't caught up yet, but probably by the end of the summer, getting into October, they'll have all the sales will be accumulated, and then the property values will be a lot higher than they were at the beginning of the summer.
About Todd's deal, he said he's got a couple houses on the street. He knows they've sold. when the appraiser comes to your house, you give them the addresses. Sometimes they don't hit, the public records as quick, and we can get. There's ways to use those comparable sales sooner. I mean, the more information you can provide to an appraiser, the better.
Actually, wrote that into the show here, talking about the programs that we offer. We got some great exclusive programs. Easy for me to say this morning. If you even have just 5% equity in the house, we have exclusive programs that you could avoid that old-fashioned monthly PMI, which was really expensive going back in time. Plus, there might be some equity built in your house. So again, if you got 5, 10, 15% equity, you don't have to have traditional PMI, which would really lower your mortgage rate. And again, we see so many families refinancing to lower terms. We're going to be talking all about that. 248-539-9797. If you like to join the show, of course, mortgage interest rates over the last couple of weeks have been a little bit on the more steady side. A weaker jobs report yesterday, Harry, and they actually went back and sort of said, wait, maybe May and June weren't as good as we said. Keeping rates relatively at what we call 40-year lows now. We haven't seen rates like this since the 60s. So if you're still out there purchasing a house, the opportunities are endless.
Well, for the first time in 4 months, back in March, there were about 142 new jobs, that came on. And then April, May, and June showed steady increases. And then they kind of revamped them and went back and took a look at the numbers where they're only about 162,000 new job starts. And what happens is, they say a hiring slump stalls the economy, okay? That's one of the biggest economic predictors are new jobs, of course. So, it looked like that the economy was on its way back, and I still believe it's on its way back. The fact of the matter is it's a long process. It just doesn't jump in 1 month or 2 months. It's a very, very long process. And what happened back in May is there was that what I call irrational exuberance, and it drove interest rates up to the highest point in a long time, but they're still historically low, let's face it.
And they've come back down a little bit.
We've got lots to add here about the mortgage talk and purchasing a house. Come on back and join us, 248-539-9797.
97.1 The Ticket.
Hi, Harry Glantz for Capital Mortgage Funding. Rates are at historic lows, so what are you waiting for? Call 1-800-LOW-RATE and let our award-winning staff help you save money. Look, if you're looking to purchase a new home, refinance your existing home, and you want to save money, call 1-800-LOW-RATE and take advantage of these historic low rates. That's Capital Mortgage Funding, 1-800-LOW-RATE, the best mortgage banker. Capital Mortgage Funding is a proud division of United Shore Financial Services, NMLS number 3038, Equal Housing Lender. What are you waiting for? Call 1-800-LOW-RATE.
You've been hearing now that home prices here in Southeast Michigan are on the rise. And you're probably thinking it might make sense to wait to list your property. Don't. This is Realtor Jeff Glover. You may want to consider that in addition to home prices on the rise, also on the rise are interest rates. And when interest rates go up, sales prices fall, taking money out of your pocket. So get started now. But don't just take it from me.
Hi, I'm Katie Androff.
And I'm Andrew Androff. And, we had our house listed with another realtor. 10 months on the market, no offers.
And, with 2 small children, it was extremely frustrating to get ready for those showings.
But then Jeff Glover came along, and he sold our house within weeks.
And we got the price we wanted.
Jeff Glover has sold more homes than anyone else this year in Southeast Michigan. Homeowners who sell their homes with Jeff get over 97% of their asking price and sell their homes in an average of 23 days. Call Jeff Glover today at 855-JEFF-SELLS. Whether your home is in Plymouth, Birmingham, Brighton, Shelby Township, or Ann Arbor, Jeff will get it sold. Call Jeff at 855-JEFF-SELLS or online at jeffgloversells.com. With Realtor Jeff Glover, your home is here today and gone tomorrow.
This is Andre Drummond, Detroit basketball player. I don't have to tell you how important basketball is to me. So when it comes to an eye doctor, I see Dr. Combati at the Lake Laser Eye Center. He takes care of all my vision needs, like glasses and contacts, so I can see great on the basketball court. I've also learned that he's one of the best eye surgeons in Michigan if you ever decide you want to get help getting rid of your glasses or contacts. In fact, he told me he doesn't even use a blade when he does LASIK. It's all laser. I trust my eyes to Dr. Combati. And I like him so much, I told my mom to go see him. Dr. Combati and the Lake Laser Eye Center are #1 in eye care. Lake Laser Eye Center, where you will see and believe.
Dr. Combati and the Lake Laser Eye Center, with 2 locations in Clinton Township and Novi. Lake Laser Eye Center, where you will see and believe. Call 877-UC-MORE. That's 877, the letters USEEMORE. Or go to UCMore.com. Call 877-UC-MORE or go to UCMore.com.
CBS Radio Detroit is looking to add account executives to our #1 sales team. If you're looking for a career in media sales and you're a top sales performer in your current industry, then pay attention. CBS Radio Detroit is standing by on Thursday, August 8th, waiting for your call. All you need to do is dial 248-327-2601 from 8 a.m. until 10 a.m. or from 3 p.m. until 5 p.m. And you can talk live to a CBS Detroit sales manager. This career is only for you if you're willing to develop new business, understand sales and integrated marketing, and if you're ready to be the best that you can be. On Thursday, August 8th, call 248-327-2601 between 8 a.m. and 10 a.m. and 3 p.m. and 5 p.m. If you're ready to make the switch to media sales, call 248-327-2601 Thursday, August 8th between 8 a.m. and 10 a.m. and 3 p.m. and 5 p.m. It may be the best call you'll ever make. CBS is an equal opportunity employer.
This is Mary, mother of 3, walking through her front door right after she saved $93 back to school shopping at Kohl's.
What a feeling.
And this is Mary walking her dog in the rain.
I can't have it all. Now I'm dancing for my life.
And this is Mary at the dentist.
Get the feeling of great savings on the brands your kids want for back to school at Kohl's biggest back to school sale Friday and Saturday. Kohl's, expect great things.
With new Allstate House and Home Insurance, a Detroit area Allstate agent can help you customize a policy with the protection you need and lots of ways to save. So talk to an Allstate agent about house and home insurance today and let the good life in.
Talking sports, loud and clear, 24/7. 97.1.
The Ticket.
Welcome back to the show till 10 o'clock. It's a Hardcore Mortgage Show brought to you by Capital Mortgage Funding at 1-800-LOW-RATE, the best mortgage banker. You can also send us an email to mortgage.show@lowrateonline.com. We are open all weekend long. I know that we've talked to guys in the office all day, and they're excited to take your phone calls.
Yeah, Billy's
get you
there.
that approval letter.
Billy, Mark.
You got to go ahead and start running names.
Steve, Andy.
Larry.
They're all there. It's been a seller's market, folks. The home prices have increased in the first quarter of 2013 by 10.2%. I misspoken earlier. First double-digit increase since we had the bubble 7 years ago, and things are moving in the right direction. New home builders are starting to ramp up again. Builder confidence is improving dramatically, and new construction is expected to increase. We brought in Tino Police from Big Sky Development. We're excited about new construction. We were just talking outside of the show here saying how fun it is. I mean, at the end of the day, you get to sit down with the builder, pick out the models, make alterations to the models, make it exactly what you want to do. You raise your family there. You're not going anywhere.
Yeah, that's the biggest part of it. And I can't speak for other builders, but I know with my company, when people call, they're calling, when they dial that number, they're coming right through to my phone directly. And they're meeting with me every step of the process. So it's not the kind of thing where, hey, we meet, hello, shake hands, and then I'll see you at closing. It's more so the fact that we go through the entire process back and forth, working out different scenarios just to make sure, their expectations are being met every step of the way.
Yeah, if you want to get into new construction, I mean, now's the time because the building process is 8 to 10 months. Again, you can see things moving in the right direction with homes appreciating. So if you sit down now, you'll have that house maybe done that spring or summertime.
Oh, for
You
sure.
can get your house out in the market maybe next spring and take advantage of
I think
2014.
That's really nice that you're able to do that with your clients, because building a house, I mean, anything, that's stressful. And one of the things that stresses clients out the most is not being able to get in touch with the person that's on point. I'll give them the message. You talk to the secretary to be able to call the builder flat out and be like, hey, dude, here's what's going on. We'd like to do this, like to do that, and get like a yes or no answer right there. That's a big deal. And I don't care. That's like one of the things that I say. And it's worth it to pay. I mean, I'm sure your houses, I've never been inside one. I'm sure they're awesome. But I mean, dude, you could find any schleprock builder to slap a house together for you.
Well, that's just it.
I mean, there's 1,000 dudes out there that they'd get licensed and start doing, getting in construction. I mean, I could go to Home Depot and get a construction license, and I promise you don't want me building anything in your house.
You can't.
You hit it
have
right.
to take a class. You have to pass
on Saturdays?
Bro, I've had a builder's license for 25 years.
That's right.
I mean, you're very handy.
But I'm a mortgage guy.
You are.
Well, and like you said, knowing the building industry or getting a license to work in one is a totally different thing.
That's right.
But
the relationship that he has,
there are a lot of bad drivers that are licensed.
That's
right.
The relationship that he has with his clients, and I know this personally because, when Tino sits down with somebody, the first thing he's going to do is he's going to call Larry and say, do these people qualify? He wants to know that they qualify. But the relationship that he has, it's like, if something goes wrong, they're all over him all the time. And they want to know, hey, when is the rough going to be complete? When's the finish going to be complete? When are my cabinets coming in? When's the landscaping going to be put in? They're calling this guy for everything.
All I knew on that sentence was landscaping cabinets with what you just said.
248-5.
The first two things are.
248-539-9797. Again, you guys co-op, of course. Any real estate agent can come by and
absolutely. We welcome that. Yep,
welcome everyone, any
sure.
of the agents out there. Again, if you're new to the marketplace, come on by. Why not show your buyers a new construction home? You set it all up now. Again, not only that, you get prepared to do their listing when time comes in new construction. So we talk about the organization and the transparency, and that's the key here is good communication. Again, 248-539-9797. Tim from Ann Arbor. Thanks for calling, Tim. You're live on the ticket.
Hey, good morning, guys. Just a quick question. I was just discharged from a Chapter 7 bankruptcy, and my credit score fell to about 600. And I was just wondering what advice you could give me as far as mortgage programs that I'd be eligible for in the near future. I'm renting right now because of the bankruptcy, but I'd like to get into a mortgage as soon as possible.
Was there a house in the bankruptcy?
No. No, it was through divorce. The wife took the house, and then just the credit card debt.
Yeah, I mean, unfortunately, Tim, you're kind of stuck for 2 years after a Chapter 7. We'd like to see you reestablish 3 lines of credit for at least 12 months each and a 640 credit score, and then you're going to be limited to an FHA program.
Okay, I'm also eligible for military, so VA loans with those.
Yeah, you can, but I mean, you're going to fall under the same. It's pretty similar guidelines to FHA. I mean, you're really going to need the 2 years after VA. I think there's a couple contingencies to maybe do it after 1 year. I'd have to check the guidelines.
Hey, Tim, I like the idea. We might run that credit report for you, and let's make sure we can clear everything up now because, again, 2 years goes pretty quick. In my world, it seems like everything just keeps speeding along here. So let's get your credit report in your hand. That way you can address everything. I know after a situation like you might have had with the divorce, you might need to clean up some issues. So we'll definitely follow up with you, and thanks for the call this morning. Again, Alex,
Thanks, Tim.
The key there was 2 years after the discharge, you're able to get into a new FHA loan, again, as long as you qualify with
and he has
many
to
other
reestablish
things.
his credit. He has to have trade lines in there, and he has to make his payments on time.
And go ahead.
248-539-9797 if you have a similar question.
Well, it's important, too. A lot of people say, how long after a bankruptcy? And you get into the situation, you find out, it wasn't just a bankruptcy. I put my house in the bankruptcy. And it's not when the bankruptcy is discharged that the clock starts ticking. It's when that sale's completed, the foreclosure's completed. You got to pull the deed from the city and go from there. I mean, that's when the clock starts.
Get your approvals in your hand. Call Capital Mortgage at 1-800-LOW-RATE, the best mortgage banker. I know, again, I mentioned it earlier of people in the office, but this is key now. You have to have that approval in your hand and expect about a 30 to 45-day closing. Again, most of the great real estate agents are on board. I want to say, actually, a thanks to a couple of them this week for giving me a one-day extension. Whew, that was really thankful.
You're so thankful you got a one-day extension because there was someone with a bag of money waiting to close and you didn't get the one-day extension.
Listen.
I say to Harvey, and I say this to everybody every week.
I want to thank the professionals
so
out
stressed
there.
out, man.
Eventually they all close. If you come to us, they will all close. They always close.
Thanks for the
And I'll tell you what, I can attest to that. We've had several deals going through Larry Frankowitz, and I can definitely attest to that. We've had some challenges out there, and he's closed every one of them.
There you go.
I'm mad if you get a one-day.
I was thinking about this, and Alex, I said this to you on the way in. I mean, when people go to places that they're not experienced, how do these transactions end up closing? I just don't get it because, let's face it, the mortgage industry has changed over the last 10 years dramatically. You need more documentation. You need more expertise putting loans together. And you know what? If we're only asking for a one-day extension and the loan closes, when you go to other places and these people don't have 15, 20, 25 years of experience, I don't know how they're piecing these deals together. I just don't.
That's why I think that's kind of why the industry used to have such a bad name. Like you just have people they're just so stupid. They didn't have to be licensed to do this. I mean, you do now. Now there's a pretty extensive background check and licensing process. But before, I mean, you just any idiot was just like, I'm a mortgage guy.
Well, I'll tell you, I can speak just from being on the seller side of it. People in the past could just give me a piece of paper saying they're pre-approved, and the loan would close 5-6 years ago. But now I think the industry has tightened up to the fact that everything has to be checked, every box has to be marked off along the way. So
that's exactly right. And the biggest thing, we say it every week, every day. What's the biggest thing in the transaction when you're trying to get somebody approved? Source of
the funds to close. Oh,
where
we're going to be talking
is the
about
money
that.
coming from? Okay, you got to piece it together. We have to know. The worst thing you can do is go buy a car or spend some money during a transaction.
First of all, it's
All
not.
right?
It's not we. Capital Mortgage Funding and Harry Glanz and Denberg. They're
Not our rules.
They don't care. Fannie Mae cares.
Right.
Freddie Mac cares.
Where is the
FHA
money
cares.
coming from for the down payment? Tino's going to build you a house. We need to know where the money is coming from so Tino can build you that house. All right? And you know what? We have that right to ask you where the money's coming from. If you're transferring money and you're moving money around and there's a lot of moving parts, we need to know where that money's coming from. That's the number one issue on every transaction is source of funds. Where's the money coming from?
All right, we've got some open lines here, 248-539-9797. We broadcast live till 10 o'clock with the Hardcore Mortgage Show, and then we got Pat Caputo following up with sports all day long here. Keep it on 97.1 The Ticket, and we want to hear from you this morning. We will go to Dave out there in Byron. Good morning, Dave. You're live on The Ticket.
Good morning, guys. How you doing?
Good morning, sir. Good, thanks.
Hey, I got a question. My mom has a condo, Northville area. It's worth probably $150,000. It's free and clear. She's talking about the possibility of doing a reverse mortgage. And I guess I'm a little leery of these and wondered if are there advantages to that, or would she be better off to do it like a refi or an equity line of credit, take money out of it that way as opposed to getting involved in a reverse mortgage?
David, it really depends. I mean, reverse mortgages used to have a really negative connotation to them. I used to do a bunch of them. I actually did one for my wife's grandmother a while ago. So, I mean, they're actually pretty safe. Again, it goes back to going to a reputable company. There's a pretty specific calculation between her age and the value on the property. You can take it as a monthly stipend, or you can take a lump sum of cash. If you're going to go lump sum of cash, I would just do a regular refinance and take the cash out. But if she wants a stipend, you'd have to do a reverse mortgage. I think it's one of those questions, Dave, that, I don't know if she has a financial advisor, but you're going to want to sit down with someone that's going to manage that money for her. The nice thing about a reverse mortgage is that if you take the equity out and she's taking that monthly stipend, and even if the principal balance is increasing every month, she never loses the house. I mean, if she lives to be 150 years old, that stipend keeps coming in every single month.
Right, and Dave, check the costs on it because reverse mortgages traditionally have a higher cost than a regular mortgage. That's the That's the only cautionary tale I would tell you is that they cost a little bit more, but you have to do what's best in your situation. But a regular cash out refinance might be the best thing for her too.
Sure. Okay. Now, and do you guys do anything in reverse mortgages or no?
I can put you on the right track. We used to do a lot. We don't do as many anymore. I even know I haven't done one in forever, to be honest with you. But let me check it out, and if I can't do it, I'll find someone that can put you on the right track. I do think a cash out refinance might be a little bit better, just to have that lump sum of cash in the bank.
Yeah, and that's kind of the thought that I was thinking. Is she might be better just do a cash out thing, and
we will find out her age and all the other
I'll call you back,
serious
Dave. Thanks,
things we need to find out. Hey, come on back and join us. 248-539-9797. We'll be right back.
Attention Time Warner Cable customers. They've done it. Time Warner Cable has dropped CBS. If you think it's unfair to pay Time Warner Cable for CBS and not get your CBS programs, call 1-888-TW-CABLE and tell them you want CBS back. That's right. If you think it's unfair to lose all your CBS shows when you're paying Time Warner Cable for them, call 1-888-TW-CABLE now. Tell them you want what you paid for.
Your TV isn't just a TV anymore. Now it's a pop culture expert, a search tool, a multitasker, and even a good listener. Introducing the Xfinity X1 Triple Play, our most advanced services working together to bring you an entertainment experience like no other. With the X1 DVR, record up to 4 shows at once while watching a 5th. Find everything faster with Smart Search across live TV, Xfinity On Demand, and your X1 DVR. Even use voice commands to change channels, search for a show, and get personalized recommendations. Plus, enjoy internet with the fastest in-home Wi-Fi for all rooms, all devices, all the time. Advanced DVR, Smart Search, fastest in-home Wi-Fi, all part of your entertainment operating system. You can't get all this with UVerse. Get the all-new Xfinity X1 Triple Play for $99 a month for 12 months with X1 DVR service free for 6 months. Call 1-800-XFINITY. Requires enrollment, EcoBill paperless billing through Comcast Self-Service. Offer ends 9/30/13. Restrictions apply. Limited to the starter X of Triple Play for new residential customers. After promotion, regular rates apply. Equipment, taxes, and fees extra.
You're in your car debating a summer road trip, but you'd visit more gas stations than landmarks, and you don't want photos of fuel pumps. First stop, AutoZone. Changing your oil regularly helps you get maximum efficiency and mileage, meaning less time at the pump, and more time looking up Abraham Lincoln's nose.
Right now at AutoZone, for only $21.99, get a 5-quart jug of Castrol conventional motor oil and a Fram Extra Guard oil filter. Just $21.99. Get in the zone. AutoZone. See store for restrictions and details.
Musicians, it's Guitar Center's birthday, and this weekend we're kicking off a month-long party. It's Guitar Center's 49th anniversary celebration. Now through Sunday, save big on gear throughout the store, like exclusive Shure white microphones, $39. Mapex steel piccolo snare drums, 81% off list, $49. Score anniversary exclusives, bundles, and instant rebates on top brands like Fender, Gibson, Martin, Yamaha, Mackie, Presonus, Tama, Zildjian, and more. Plus, get special financing. Guitar Center's 49th anniversary celebration. Don't miss it.
It's easy to take your world for granted. Most days go by without a whole lot of surprises. But what if a disaster strikes without warning? What if life as you know it has completely turned on its head? What if everything familiar becomes anything but? Would you be prepared? Before a disaster turns your family's world upside down, it's up to you to be ready. Get a kit, make a plan, be informed. Today, learn how at www.ready.gov. Ready.gov. This message brought to you by the Federal Emergency Management Agency and the Ad Council.
So what does it feel like to get the greatest haircut experience on earth in Novi? What does a soothing shampoo, scalp massage, and a hot lather neck shave feel like? Well, say you find discrepancies in the office petty cash drawer. So you bring it to the attention of the CFO, who discovers a simple accounting error that saves the company millions. So he gives you a huge bonus. That's what it feels like to get the greatest haircut experience on earth at Lady Jane's in Novi. On the southwest corner of Novi and 12 Mile Road, Lady Jane's. It's wicked awesome.
Subway Restaurants has mastered the perfect slice, then squared it. Introducing Flatizza. Crispy flatbread, savory sauce, melted cheese, and your favorite toppings. Limited time only at participating restaurants.
Sports news all day, every day. This is 97.1 The Ticket.
Brought to you by the Mark Z home selling team. Tigers and White Sox tonight from Comerica Park. 7-8 the first pitch right here on The Ticket. Max Scherzer 15-1 against John Danks 2-8. Tigers begin play 3 games ahead of Cleveland. Cleveland losing to Miami 10-0. Tigers beating the White Sox 2-1. Doug Fisher going 8 strong. Joaquin Benoit his 11 save and 11 opportunities. Austin Jackson goes deep. Jose Iglesias, a new guy, drives in a run, a base hit in his Tiger debut. Now appears to be Monday the deadline for Alex Rodriguez and 13 others to accept suspensions due to their ties with the Biogenesis investigation. That could include, and probably will include, Tigers All-Star shortstop Johnny Peralta, who could be facing a 50-game suspension. At the Bridgestone Invitational, Tiger Woods, a career-best 9 under par 61, good for a 7-shot lead midway through. In former Ohio State center, Greg Oden, set to sign with the Miami Heat. He hasn't played since 2009. At the Ticket Update desk, I'm Jeff Lesson. For more, 971theticket.com.
The hardest working sports fans in America are here on 97.1 The Ticket.
Welcome back to the show till 10 o'clock. It's the Hardcore Mortgage Show, brought to you by Capital Mortgage Funding at 1-800-LOW-RATE, the best mortgage banker.
I love that Greg Oden is still bouncing around the NBA, but they might as well sign Kurt Rambis.
I thought he was like 50 years old already.
That's the great Alex Nafusi on the microphone. Here he lands. I'm Harvey Free. We brought in Tino Police this morning as a builder here locally. And if you want to talk about new construction, give us a call. Again, 248-539-9797. We could talk a little sports, but we'll save that to the other guys.
I have to tell you one sports story. I'm sorry. I was out the other day with Stacy, and I've got my back to the TV, and she goes, and we've got baseballs on, and she goes, "Oh my God, babe, who is that man?" And I'm expecting, like someone on TV wouldn't be like some like stud, like jacked baseball player. Did you know who it was?
No.
It was Dennis Eckersley.
Really?
She goes, "He is handsome."
Wow, the yak at 50 years old.
Wow,
she likes older men.
Babe.
Hey, we're going to take some calls here. We've got Dennis on the line from Harrison Township, I believe. Dennis, good morning. Welcome to the show.
Dennis, what's
good
up,
morning.
man?
How are you?
Good. How are you?
Doing good.
Good. Sorry, I'm in the car driving. And, I do have a question. I co-signed on a loan for my nephew years ago. Went into foreclosure a year or two ago. Am I going to have trouble getting that home loan?
Oh, yeah, dude, that sucks, man.
In mortgage banking talk, that means that you could be in.
Well, I
could
mean,
have a problem.
I feel bad because you went to bat for your nephew and he kind of left you holding the bag there. The best thing we can do is we can put you in touch with an attorney that can try to negotiate that short sale or that short sale foreclosure for you. I don't even know what status it's in right now.
Well, that's closed out. It's
done.
out.
Done. Yeah, I mean, here's what I'd like to do. I'll call you after the show and run your credit and see where we're at. I got to find out the exact date, the foreclosure was finalized. There's there are a couple intangibles we got to check out for you. I mean, it's not going to take you out of the game forever, but you're definitely going to be on the sidelines for a little bit. Yeah, just let me call after the show, run your credit, man, and I'll see what
Thanks
I can
for
put
the
together
call,
for
Dennis.
you.
Again, it could be a 3-year wait there after a foreclosure,
Dennis.
short sale. And again, we're taking your calls here this morning, 248-539-9797.
How do you explain to your uncle, like, hey,
That's
thanks for
not good.
co-signing for me, but I'm not going to make the payment, uncle?
Gentlemen, want to throw out,
I mean-
of course, HARP loans have been extended to 2015. We're still getting many calls on these. If you haven't refinanced your house, be sure to give us a phone call, Capital Mortgage Funding. We'll get it done for you again. Also, lots of opportunities out there. They changed these guidelines a long time ago. You can subordinate your second mortgage, so CLTVs don't come into play as much. So lots of ways you can save money. Again, the savings are dramatic if you're reducing the term or consolidating debt just on any old mortgage you might have out there. Again, interest rates at all-time loans, and we see many families also taking advantage and going ahead and consolidating some of the home improvement liens they've had on their homes. Lots and lots of opportunities to save money. Again, just make that phone call.
Well, and folks that looked into the HARP at this time last year when their house didn't appraise, maybe it didn't fall within the guidelines. Because values went up, maybe they can get another shot.
Exactly. 248-539-9797. Let me try Al out there in Romulus. Good morning, Al. You're live on the ticket.
How's it going today?
Good.
Good morning, Al.
Okay, I got 2 questions. I bought my house January 2010. I love it. When will the PMI drop off my house payment?
What type of loan is it?
It's a 30-year fixed FHA.
It's going to drop off when the principal balance hits 78% of the initial acquisition cost. And it doesn't automatically come off. You'll probably have to call. What city is the house in? Is the house in Romulus?
No, it's a Taylor.
What'd you buy the house for? What was the purchase price?
What was my purchasing price?
Yes, sir.
I bought it for $64 and I owe $58 on it.
Yeah, I mean, I can take a look at it for you. I mean, the values haven't quite come back, the way the rest of the state has down there. But I mean, there's other options. Is credit good and everything?
Yeah, that's the one thing I was going to ask you. I got my interest rate's 5.25, but I missed the payment in January, but I made it up already. But I still got to wait a year, right, to refinance? Or
Yeah,
should I
to
refinance
January.
or what?
Let me do this, man. Again, let me call after the show. I'll run your credit. There might be other options, man. I mean, your credit score might not have taken a huge hit from that one payment. You are on the sideline until January 2014. But I'll take a look for you. I mean, there might be some savings there.
All right, and when would that PMI drop off again?
It's a calculation of when the principal balance gets to 78%.
It's
of
probably
the
about
acquisition cost.
9 to 10 years from the date when you started the loan.
Not soon, dude. What's PMI possibly costing you? $40 a month?
Yeah, right around there.
Yeah, that wouldn't be.
But, hey, man,
I'd be more
every
concerned.
dollar helps, you know?
I know. I'd be more concerned about making your house payment on time, though.
All right, thanks for the call, Al. 248-539-9797. If you'd like to join the show, again, we got lots to talk about. If you want to talk about purchasing a house and buying potentially the most unbelievable thing you've ever done is really a new construction home. It's, to sit down with a builder and go over all the colors. I've done it actually 3 times, different times, a small house, and just sort of worked my way up over the years. And every time was a great experience. I think some people are a little bit afraid of it, Tino, and it's easy. Financing is easy and all the options. Give us a little bit of that process.
Well, it is.
Wait, hold on a second. Let me get that mic up. There you go.
Yeah, it is. And, what you're saying is exactly right. I sit down with a lot of people, and everybody hears a horror story, no matter what industry that they're talking about. So the main thing, and the thing that I would caution potential buyers or someone looking for a house is you want to make sure that you have all of the specs outlined up front. So So you don't have those unexpected surprises. And I really think that's where I come into play with sitting down with the customers. I sidestep the sales staff. I don't have to worry about that. I'm working directly with my customers. So you can really get a clear vision on what they want included in the house up front. So you can really avoid a lot of those home building pitfalls to where it really should be an exciting process for someone to build a house. And that's what our customers are really enjoying right now.
And then, of course, the price range. I mean, we're talking homes in the the low 200s up to 350 and even that range. I mean, there's a lot you can get for that kind of money in great school districts.
Sure. Fenton School District. And I'll tell you, if you can build a 2,500 square foot house for $300,000, everything's high efficient nowadays, so it's not even comparable. Used homes that are 10 years old are selling for more than what we are building a brand new home for with a 10-year warranty. So wow. I'll tell you what, it's really turning around as far as what the industry is doing.
How many different floor plans and from what square footage do you start at? How many floor plans do you have and where do you start?
Typically what I do for a new subdivision is we'll put out about 5 or 7 different floor plans. With that, I have the license on all those plans, so we can change the elevation 5 different, you could have 4 houses that are the same floor plan, but a different front elevation. So, and if for some reason the customer doesn't like those floor plans or can't find what they like, then we actually have an in-house architect that will design a house from start to finish for them.
That's awesome.
We talked earlier about some of the different programs out there to eliminate PMI. We had some PMI questions on earlier. Just to clarify those, anyone out who has a mortgage, if it's an FHA loan, you may have enough equity now in your home to eliminate that MIP that you've had maybe back in the early 2000s. Alex, we see so often that families that call us, they just don't know where they stand. Again, there's that cutoff of May 31st, 2009, where families with FHA loans prior to that, not only should you take a look at a streamlined refinance, you just may be able to go ahead and switch your loan to a new conventional mortgage. And with today's interest rates, the savings are dramatic.
Well, I mean, the market's definitely come back from a housing standpoint. And I think a lot of people have equity in their properties now. People that want FHA, that PMI, the monthly PMI in FHA is big. I mean, that's because, and that people, why I get mad, FHA had to basically double their PMI to recover all the losses from people bailing on their houses and short selling them and walking away. So in the interim, it hurts everybody else. It hurts all the good people that need to utilize an FHA product by basically, charging them a lot for the PMI. The cool thing now, though, is that with the market loosening up a little bit from a mortgage standpoint, you can do the lender-paid mortgage insurance now. You can put down 5% and circumvent the PMI. I mean, there's other ways to do things. And sometimes when I talk to people, they hear the show, they're like, yeah, I'm in process. I'm buying a house. I'm going FHA, and I'm putting down 3.5%. And I look at the file, and someone's got, it's a 790 credit score. It's a first-time home buyer. It's like 2 teachers is the one I'm thinking of right now. And I'm like, who told you to go FHA? And we know that our favorite conglomerate is who they were talking to.
Yeah.
I'm like, dude, I can give you the same rate with no PMI. It saved them $200 a month.
Yeah, lots of new programs out there. And again, some of the changes in the mortgage industry have really helped borrowers save money. So if you've got your credit straightened out and the equity position is there's lots of opportunities. Let's try one of our callers out here in Allen Park. Hey, Howard, thanks for joining the show. Good morning here.
Good morning, gentlemen. How are you?
Good. What's up,
man?
Good.
Listen, I wanted to just tell you that I called maybe 4 or 5 months ago and got some very good advice, and I got a HARP loan, and I really appreciate the advice that you gave
awesome. Well, you're welcome,
at
man.
that time.
Thank
Everything
you,
is just good. I saved about $400 a month.
Wow. That's
Thank
phenomenal.
you, sir.
So my question now is, I would like to go out. My wife and I are getting up in years, and I'd like to go and buy a condominium. And since Allen Park is the property values are lower, I owe more on the house than what the mortgage is. Can I rent that house out and go and get another mortgage on the condo?
You can. Sure. As long as you qualify with both payments, that's a regular old deal. There's nothing outside the box about that.
I have a 700 credit score. So.
Not a problem. Howard, let me do this one. I'll call you after the show. I'll be able to take a look at some numbers for you and let you know what we can do.
All right, thanks for the call.
It's been nice talking to you guys.
You too, sir.
Thanks a lot, Howard. Appreciate it.
Okay, if you want to join the show, 248-539-97.
$400 a month. That's phenomenal, huh?
97. We'll be right back.
Wow.
Check out the grand opening sale at the new Menards Megastore in Port Huron. Stop in for great deals, free gifts, how-to clinics, plus much more. And while you're shopping, register for your chance to win great prizes every day. That's right, there's a new prize drawing every day with over $5,500 in prizes. Don't miss the grand opening sale at the new Menards in Port Huron off I-69-94 to Lapeer Connector.
Save big money at Menards.
At Advance Auto Parts, summer heat can melt down your car battery faster than a snow cone on a hot dashboard. That's why at Advance, we test your battery for you. Free. Need a new one? We'll install it. Also free. No reason for you to get all hot and sweaty. Come to think of it, no reason to put a snow cone on your dashboard, but that's irrelevant. Fast, free battery installation only at Advance Auto Parts. Service is our best part. Advance Auto Parts. Most vehicles, most locations. See store for details.
If you've ever wanted a truly spectacular diamond ring, you'll want to visit Jared this Friday through Sunday. That's because this Friday through Sunday, when you purchase your diamond at Jared, you'll receive up to a $1,000 reward toward the purchase of a beautiful diamond setting. Choose from thousands of diamonds and have your own one-of-a-kind ring created right here at Jared. Get set in diamonds this Friday through Sunday for a reward worth up to $1,000 only at Jared.
It can only be Jared.
Life has never been busier. Work is busy. Home is busy. We even have to schedule our free time. What we need is something to make life easier. AT&T Digital Life is the answer. Be closer to home even when you're not there. Keep an eye on your home with video cameras. Adjust your thermostat. Even remotely lock and unlock your doors, all from your smartphone, tablet, or PC. Heard a noise downstairs? Instead of fighting to see who's going to get up and check it out, access video from your smartphone or tablet and make sure everything is okay. Left the AC on and no one's home? Manage your energy usage by turning it off from your smartphone. Kids are locked out again? A simple code that you create opens up the door when you can't be there. Sign up for Digital Life today and get $100 instant savings. Go to your local AT&T store or visit att.com/Digital Life to learn more. Only from AT&T. Rethink possible. Offer ends 9/28/13. Available in limited zip codes. Requires new 2-year Digital Life agreement with Smart Security Package. You'll get an instant $100 discount off $249.99 equipment fee. Early termination and other fees and restrictions apply. Visit att.com/DL disclaimers for additional offer requirements.
This is the sound of teamwork. This is the sound of community. This is the sound of partnership. The kind of partnership between you and your local oil heat dealer who works with your government to bring stability back to the energy markets.
Find out more about today's oil heat at IntelligentWarmth.com, brought to you by the National Oil Heat Research Alliance and the locally owned and operated members of the Michigan Petroleum Association.
Summerfest at Michigan International Speedway. A 200-mile-an-hour experience with great friends. A tribute to the ingenuity of man and machine. A testament to the skill and bravery of your favorite driver. A festival of thrills brought to you by summer and the love of NASCAR. Summerfest at Michigan International Speedway. It's a race, it's a party, it's the experience of a lifetime. Don't miss the Pure Michigan 400 on August 18th. Call 800-354-1010 or visit mispeedway.com.
At Advance Auto Parts, getting premium savings on premium oil is your Advance advantage. Right now, get a 5+ quarts jug of Pennzoil Platinum full synthetic oil and a Fram Ultra filter for just $29.99 after $2 rebate. Plus, you'll save 50 cents a gallon on Shell gas with the Fuel Rewards Network. It's summer. Your car's thirsty. Save on all the fluids your car needs. Only at Advance Auto Parts. Visit fuelrewards.com/Pennzoil for details. See store for rebate information.
Today, from noon to 2, 97.1 The Tickets, Bill McAllister hosts the 164th Annual Highland Games in Livonia. Catch the tug-of-war competition, caber toss, pipes and drums competition, and more. Plus, register for your chance to win Michigan International Speedway tickets to race weekend, August 16th to 18th. 97.1 The Ticket and the RGPJ Memorial Foundation need your help to raise funds for the Beaumont Student Heart Check at the 13th Annual RGPJ Memorial Golf Outing at Cracklewood Golf Club in Macomb, Saturday, August 24th. For more info to play or donate, visit 971theticket.com.
At home, in your car, or at work. Detroit's sports station.
97.1 The Ticket.
Welcome back to the show. It's in our last segment. Come on, join us. 248-539-9797. It's a Hardcore Mortgage Show brought to you by Capital Mortgage Funding. You can reach us at 1-800-LOW-RATE. That's the best way to get us, 1-800-569-7283, right here in the studio, 248-539-9797, and a ton of questions about PMI and equity, and we've got Jeannie on the line from Holly. Good morning, Jeannie. You're live on The Ticket.
Hi, guys.
Hi.
What's up?
Hi,
Jeannie.
Hi, Jeannie.
I'm calling because we bought our house in 2001. We bought it for $137,000. It's a modular on 3 acres of land in Holly, Michigan.
Okay.
And we filed bankruptcy 5 years ago. And I've remortgaged it once.
Since the bankruptcy?
And we got it down to 6%. My question is, there's been 2 modular homes near us that have sold for under $40,000 because someone walked away from them.
Right.
So now I know our house is underwater, like probably $30,000, $40,000, $50,000 maybe.
Okay.
So my question is, I owe less than $100,000 on it now. Should I try to refinance or just? I mean, I don't even.
You're at 6% right now?
Yes.
When was the last refinance? How many years ago?
Before we filed bankruptcy. So.
Did you put the house in the bankruptcy?
No.
Okay. So you're on an FHA loan right now, I'm guessing?
Yes.
So you can do an FHA streamline. You can't drop the PMI, but I can get the rate way down for you.
Well, we don't have a PMI anymore. That's been gone.
Oh, it says the question was PMI info and if she can refinance. So you're not paying PMI?
No, we don't have a PMI anymore.
It already fell off. Okay.
Yeah, then you're fine. I mean, you're actually in good shape. I mean, if you have FHA right now and you're not paying PMI, your loan's tied to an FHA case number. You can refinance that, and you're still not going to have PMI.
Right.
Well, that will add more years onto my mortgage, though, won't it?
Well, it will. But what's your goal, Jeannie? The question was, can you refinance? Yes, you can. We can save you money.
My goal is, I don't know if it's better for us to. I don't know.
What if we do this?
Are you going to be in the house for a long time? Is your plan to stay there for a long time?
Well, yes, we probably will stay here for at least 5 or 10 years.
Jeannie, what if we do?
5 or 10?
What if we do this? We'll do an FHA streamline for you. The payment's going to go down. I'll re-amortize the payment with the exact number of months you have left, and you can just make that payment every month.
Oh, okay.
So let's do that. I'll call after the show, and we'll look into that for you.
Okay.
Great. Thanks, Jeannie. You got it.
All right. There might be, great, Alex. There might be an opportunity there to save money. Again, re-amortizing it, maybe getting your 30-year mortgage, take advantage of a lower rate.
I'm going to put her on a 30-year fixed FHA. The rate's going to come way down. She's going to save money. And then I'm going to do the amortization just on a calculator for her and tell her how much more than the minimum 30-year payment she has to make to pay the loan off in the term she wants to pay it off.
Again, if the numbers make sense, we do the math for you. And if it makes sense, you definitely got to do that. 248-539-9797. A call from Kathy out in Shelby Township. Good morning, Kathy. You're live on the ticket.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
I have a question. Right now, my mortgage is $100,000, at least more than my home is worth, and it's a conventional mortgage. So up to now, I've been told I don't qualify for any type of HARP refinancing because it's a conventional loan. Is that an accurate statement?
Well, no, not necessarily. I mean, HARPs are designed for conventional loans. The only reason you wouldn't be eligible for a HARP loan is if it wasn't backed by Fannie Mae or Freddie Mac.
Right, it's not.
It's not backed by either one of them?
No.
What rate are you paying right now?
5%.
I mean, you're really not in bad. Even if you were eligible for HARP, your rates aren't that much lower. The market's kind of taken a beating, since probably right around the 4th of July. So you're really not in bad shape.
Even though I'm underwater so much?
Well, underwater has something to do with your interest rate and the refinance.
Okay.
Yeah,
okay. Again, how long do you plan on staying in the house?
Till I die.
Okay, so you plan on staying there. There is a chance, and like we talked about at the beginning of the show, I can't guarantee you when the appreciation rate is going to catch up to what what you need to in the value, but you got to stick it out. I think 5% is a good rate.
Hey, Kathy, you're not in such bad shape. That's not the worst news this morning. Thanks for the call. Again, 248-539-9797. Sometimes by not refinancing, okay, so, look, come on, there's no closing cost. Okay, so you don't have to add anything to the home. And sometimes you don't need to reorchestrate your escrow account. But there's many reasons why a refinance and taking advantage of that HARP program just makes so much sense. A lot of families out there don't even have escrows, or you got to get those summer taxes paid. So many, many reasons to find out how you can refinance and save money.
We can do an escrow waiver up to 90% loan to value. And we talked about a couple weeks in a row, 10% down or 90% loan to value. You can still waive your escrows. For years and years and years, you had to be that 80% threshold. We can go to 90%.
Some people like managing their own taxes. That's fine. Again, and the other way around is to set up that escrow account, refinance, drop the term, set up that escrow account, and get everything situated moving forward. 248-539-9797. We've had an interesting morning, a lot of conversation about PMI and equity, and that's sort of cool because that conversation wasn't around in previous years, and we're heading in that direction. construction. And Tino, as you talk about new construction, people can lock into a purchase price here out at your new sites, which is exciting. Again, any family out there looking at new construction, a lot of great builders, you're one of them in town. And they lock into a price now. Next year, it's very likely that, and that's what the predictions are, maybe 3 to 10% equity in some of the areas you're even building in.
Oh, yeah. What we've found based on appraisals, and you can't control that, of course, but what we've found, the final sales price on most of our houses comes in below even what the current market value is. So we have a program, Larry Frankowitz is backing it with us, but we have a program where even on new construction, when somebody moves in the day that they close, there is no PMI. So I encourage you to at least give a call, see what we're all about, and
is there something with landscaping too you're doing? Is there a special we were talking about prior to the show?
Yeah, I kind of got muscled into that this morning, but
all right, let's throw it out there.
Our prices are pretty darn low to begin with, but here's what we're going to do. If you guys give me a call, we'll sit down, take a look at what I've got to offer, and we are going to, if you mention that you heard about us on the radio, we're going to go ahead and throw in a landscape package for you. So give me a call.
There you go. I like that deal.
And Larry's paying for it.
I like that. Yeah, Larry's paying for it. So I get the call.
Thanks, Harry.
Right. You're welcome, my man.
All right, let's continue some calls here. 248-539-9797. Ivan, you're calling in from Macomb. Good morning. You're live on the ticket.
Yeah, good morning, guys.
What's up, man?
Not much. I just recently, not recently, I'm sorry. I purchased a house in 2005, like at the worst time, and of course, 2 years later, everything crashed. So I did a short sale in 2007, and I'm living in a condo right now, paying $1,200 a month. So I'm seeing if I could just possibly.
Yeah, I mean, you can get another mortgage. I mean, it's the the 3-year threshold's passed to go FHA. I mean.
Okay, so my wife is bugging the heck out of me to get into another house, and I'm like, no, my stuff's not good enough yet. So,
well, it might not be good enough. I mean, you reestablished your credit after the foreclosure.
Yeah, well, I've been on it for the past year now. So,
hey, Ivan,
I'm above that. Yeah.
Ivan, we got to let you go, and we're going to follow up with you after the show. Thanks, everyone, to calling in here. Again, it's been another version of the Hardcore Mortgage Show. We've got to thank everyone. We've got to thank Tino Police out there, Big Sky Development. Give them a call if you're interested. 1-800-NEW-HOUSE, right? 1-800-NEW-HOUSE. Or if you need a new mortgage, 1-800-LOW-RATE. Hey, we had Larry Frankowitz trying to sneak in here. That's a lot of years of mortgage history. For Harry Glanz, Alex Nafusi, I'm Harvey Free. We'll see you next Saturday.
Thank you.
Attention Time Warner Cable customers. They've done it. Time Warner Cable has dropped CBS. If you think it's unfair to pay Time Warner Cable for CBS and not get your CBS programs, call 1-888-TW-CABLE and tell them you want CBS back. That's right. If you think it's unfair to lose all your CBS shows when you're paying Time Warner Cable for them, call 1-888-TW-CABLE now. Tell them you want what you paid for.
It's summer, the market's hot, and homes are selling in 72, 48, and sometimes just 24 hours after being listed on the market. This is Realtor Jeff Glover. Have you been thinking about getting in on that action? Well, now is the time to stop thinking about it and start doing something about it before it's too late. But don't just take it from me.
I'm Dennis King.
And I'm Haven King. I heard the advertisement for Jeff Glover, and we gave him a call. He put our house on the market on a Monday.
On Tuesday, we had 10 showings.
The house sold in 1 week.
I'm an architect and a management consultant, and I've worked with a lot of real estate people in my career. Jeff, hands down, is one of the best.
We'd recommend Jeff to anybody who's looking to sell a home in today's market.
Jeff Glover has been featured on CNBC Powerhouse, listed as a top 100 agent by the Wall Street Journal, named a real estate all-star by Our Magazine, and a power seller by Crane's Detroit Business. Call Jeff Glover today at 855-JEFF-SELLS or online at jeffgloversells.com. With Realtor Jeff Glover, your home is here today and gone tomorrow.
Hi, Harry Glanz for Capital Mortgage Funding. Rates are at historic lows, and they're not going down to zero. So what are you waiting for? Call 1-800-LOW-RATE and let our award-winning staff help you save money. If you're looking to purchase a new home, refinance your existing home, and you want to save money, call 1-800-LOW-RATE and take advantage of these historic low rates. That's Capital Mortgage Funding, 1-800-LOW-RATE, the best mortgage banker. Capital Mortgage Funding is a proud division of United Shore Financial Services, NMLS number 3038, Equal Housing Lender. What are you waiting for? Call 1-800-LOW-RATE.
Right now, the Home Depot has 10% off special order Anderson windows and patio doors, plus special financing with your Home Depot consumer credit card. Help keep the summer heat out of your home and high energy bills out of your mailbox with 10% off plus special financing on special order Anderson windows and patio doors. More saving, more doing. That's the power of the Home Depot. Valid through August 14th, U.S. only. See store for details.
Performance Bicycle, the nation's largest cycling retailer, is facing record high inventory levels, and it must be sold. Now through Sunday, it's Performance Bicycle's Red Tag Sale. Over 1,000 items on sale store-wide for every style of riding. Many prices too low to advertise. Red Tag deals on helmets, clothing, parts, accessories, and every bike in the store is priced to sell now. Plus over 50 doorbusters at 50% off, but only while supplies last. Performance Bicycle's Red Tag Sale, now through Sunday. Go to performancebike.com for locations.
It's back to school time, and Walmart's got the brands you trust for your back to school list, like 5-star notebooks, Avery binders and dividers, Post-it notes, and more. So get everything on your list in one place. Save money, live better, Walmart.
It's the only place you can win a dozen Titleist Pro V1 golf balls each week. Just follow me on Twitter at Jeff Lesson and get up to half off golf at the best courses at LessonOnGolf.com. That's Lesson on Golf, weekend, 7 a.m., 97.1 The Ticket.
The preceding was a paid program. Views expressed on this program are not necessarily those of CBS Radio, its sponsors, or affiliates. WXYT FM and WXYT HD1 Detroit.
97.1 The Ticket.
A CBS radio station.
Sports headlines. All